Hello all, in this video we are going to talk about association rules. Now what is meant by association rules? Association rules or affinity analysis is designed to find general association patterns between items in large database. It is also called as a market basket analysis and affinity analysis, and it is one of the key technique used by large retailers to uncover the association between items. Like example, we can see that what products are purchased together, like bread plus jam plus butter plus egg. Okay, it is just like which product, if you purchase certain products, what it will lead to purchase the next connecting item. For example, if you purchase mobile, there is also likely chance that the connected item will be tempered glass or its back pouch. If you purchase laptop, how likely you are like what is the connecting item, you may also purchase laptop back. So that is what is all about association rules. If we see little bit more details, you can see these transactions. You can consider the transaction happens at point of sale in the retail store. So first transaction, apple, beer, rice and chicken was purchased, and similarly like that, transaction 2, transaction 3, transaction 4, there are different items purchased, and we wanted to know which items, like which product is purchased along with other product. For example, how many times apple and beer are purchased together, or say how many times rice and milk bottle was purchased together, so in the total transaction. So that is what is all about association rules. There are two important components which we need to discuss in association rule. One is called antecedent, the other one is called consequent. This antecedent consequent is nothing but, say example, you purchase bread and egg, and the consequent item you will purchase is milk. Similarly, if you are purchasing a mobile, so the consequent item would be like mobile cover, or say mobile tempered glass, or something related to the mobile accessories. So it is like that. And this bread, egg and milk together, right from the antecedent to consequent together, is called item set. Who uses association rule? A large database of customer transactions lend themselves naturally to analysis of association among items purchased, like what goes with what. It is mostly used for store layouts, cross-selling, for promotion of any new product, catalog design, and customer segmentation. Retailers can collect the data about purchasing patterns, recording purchase data as an item barcodes or scanned at the point of sale. Machine learning models can look for co-occurrence in this data to determine which products are most likely to be purchased together. The retailer can then adjust marketing and sales strategy to take advantage of this information. In simple terms, this association rules actually helps to lay out the product instead, which you can arrange the products which are connecting products next to next, and for cross selling, like connected item, you might have observed in online retailers like Amazon and Flipkart, that at the bottom of each purchase, when you purchase something, it shows those who bought this also purchased this. So that is actually based on this association rule. So that doesn't help only here, it also helps for promotion of other products, and also it helps to layout of catalog design. Okay, the connected item will be shown in the catalog next to next based on the high association items. So association rule is, if an item A is bought, then the chances of purchasing item B is high. And to measure this association rule, we are using three important measures. Those three important measures are called support, confidence, and lift. And association rule has two parts: an antecedent and consequent. We have already seen what is meant by antecedent and consequent. An antecedent is an item found within the data. A consequent is an item found in a combination with the antecedent. So let us see each one by one measurements of association rule. First measurement is called support. Support is an indication of how frequently an item appears in the data. This actually says how popular an item set is as measured by proportion of transaction in which an item appears. If you can see the transaction on the right side of the table, how many times the apple has been purchased? 1, 2, 3, and 4. And 4 apples are purchased out of total transaction of 8. So what you would do is you would calculate this by 4 apples were purchased out of total transaction 8, which is like 50%. Okay, that is your for apple in throughout this transaction it has 50% of support. Not only with individual item, it can also be with individual item set. For example, how many times apple and beer are purchased together? If we just check out with total transactions, 1, 2, 3, this is purchased 3 times, and that is apple and beer. So we can write 3 divided by total number of transactions is 8. So that is how we calculate this support system for multiple items as well. And here we have given the formula, clear cut formula. You can see here support is equal to frequency of item A comma item B divided by total number of transactions. And when you check with multiple items, you can actually check multiply, like for example how many times milk and beer are purchased. 1, 2, 3, it has purchased 3 times, so I would write 3 divided by total number of transaction is 8. So it is in that, it is, the support is calculated in this manner. Coming to the next measurement, which is called confidence. Confidence indicates the number of times the if then statements are found true. To understand this in simple way, this confidence measure says how likely an item Y is purchased when an item X is purchased, which is expressed in X leads to Y. For example, you can see this table transactions over here. If you can see this table over here, you can see how many times that apple and beer are purchased together when the apple is also purchased. Like apple and beer are purchased together 3 times, and how many times the apple is purchased? So 3 times apple and beer is purchased out of total. Your X is apple, your Y is beer. Okay, so how many times your apple and beer is purchased? So 3 times, along with how many number of times your apple item is appearing in the total transaction? It is appearing 4 times. So 3 divided by 4, that gives support for 75%. That means when apple is in the item, when apple is purchased, there is 75% of the chance that beer will also be purchased. This method has one drawback. This measure do not give clarity on what extent the occurrence of one item A, that is item X, or item set will increase the occurrence of another item set B. So that is why we have one more calculation called lift. The lift actually measures, it can be used to compare the confidence with expected confidence, or how many times an if then statement is expected to be found true. For example, this says how likely an item Y is purchased when item X is purchased, while controlling for how popular item Y is. To understand this in a simple way, you can see these transactions on the right side. There are total number of 8 transactions, and if you look at this transaction on the right side, there are 8 transactions. So say suppose if you want to calculate lift, so you have to look at how many times apple and beer is coming together, like purchased together. Like for example, you can see 1, 2, 3. Okay, so if you follow this formula, you can easily able to get this. So transaction containing both X and Y is only 3 divided by number of transactions containing X. So your product X is apple, 3 by 4. divided by, we have fraction of transaction containing buy. That is how popular is your item buy. So if you check your item buy here, so 1 2 3, just let me erase this. So just 1 2 3, 1 2 3, that is 6 times. So 6 by 8, okay, 6 by 8 is your beer item buy, and your item 1 was 3 by 4. Okay, so both actually gives you 0.75 divided by 0.75, which is equal to 1. The lift function actually works like a correlation. Okay, so you should understand the lift function as a correlation. For example, if your lift value is greater than 1, means the item Y is likely to be bought if item X is bought, while a value less than 1 means that item Y is unlikely to be bought if item X is bought. So that is how we have to measure the lift. Next video we have a data set, and we'll try to calculate based on these criteria, like based on these three measures, that is your support, confidence, and lift. Based on this, we'll try to do it in RStudio. Thank you.